Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tea Time with Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to make a slight left turn, and we're going to do an Eastern nutrition special, because both Chef Kiara and myself, we did a few virtual health sessions, health coaching sessions, more so Eastern nutrition, during the week with individuals from several countries in Europe and a few people from South Africa. And it's a pretty interesting session. And one of the individuals from South Africa had brought up the fact that he had noticed our discussion in which we had with him on one of our social media platforms. It's about 7 months ago, he said. And this is why, again, I repeat, follow us on every social media platform under Acupuncture is My Life, because there's so much information out there for your benefit and many ways in which you can learn how food can help with much of the problems of which you face, as well as acupuncture, acupressure, herbs, and so forth. But to really get deep and technical with regard to ways in which you can benefit, you would have to contact Acupuncture is My Life directly. This isn't something we talk about over podcasts for legal reasons, first of all. So we just touch on certain areas and we make recommendations, and it's not, a foolproof situation as well. So it's just we try and keep it simple over podcasts to hopefully incite you to contact your local acupuncturist, as well as speak to your doctor, as well as even contact Acupuncture is My Life if you want. And thousands globally do, because many are benefiting from the information that we're putting out there on every social media platform. And if you're a Twitter person, it's at Acu_is_my_life. Many people go to the website, acupunctureismylife.com. Tons of information. Many individuals even subscribe to our weekly newsletter. We're twice a week. You're getting valuable health information sent to your email box. But today, Chef Kiara put together a short list of foods in which we consume almost every day, if not every day, that is destroying our mental health. There are some of the basic foods out there you don't realize that's making your mental health worse. And there are individuals that are seeing therapists, and they're saying, they were asking, why aren't I feeling better? Should I see an acupuncturist? Chef Kiara, can you help me? So forth and so on. But Chef Kiara felt, just to give you a few of the basic foods that are more, and these are popular foods. These are popular foods that are impugning the most damage to your mental health, and you don't even realize it. The first one, and I know a lot of you are going to be upset, but the first one is caffeine. Yes, globally, we love our coffee. We love soda. But these are caffeinated drinks that are making our mental health suffer just for the temporary feel-good moment. Because you see, caffeine has a propensity to worsen anxiety. Because caffeine overstimulates the part of the brain that perceives threat. So it puts us in a sympathetic state of being. And caffeine, as doing so, it shuts down the area of the brain that regulates anxiety. So, do you need this reality, this fact? Do you need for this to occur if you're already in an anxious state or exist in an anxious state or are facing some sort of mental health disorder? You may want to consider walking away from the caffeine for a while. Know to be tough, and sometimes we look at caffeine in the form of coffee and soda as a crutch to get us through the day, but you really don't need it. You don't. Now another surprise, well, it shouldn't be a surprise to me, is alcohol. Now, if you're facing any type of mental health issue, whether it's anxiety or depression, no matter what it is, alcohol makes it worse. And you guys know, many episodes I've spoken about the importance of sleep. Alcohol has the ability to disrupt or disenable or no. I gotta scratch that. Disenable. Alcohol can affect your ability to enter a REM state of sleep as a result of the body's efforts to metabolize alcohol. So although you may drink in excess and sleep through the night and say, hey, but I slept 7-8 hours. At what state? REM 1, 2, 3, 4. At what state? Then you feel like crap when you wake up. Like, oh gosh, I shouldn't have had so much last night. I mean, just to get up and think about what you've done wrong the night before, the day before, is automatically like a negative. It's a red flag. Because just losing 1 hour of sleep has a negative effect. It affects your level of irritability as well as mood disruptions. I've spoken quite often about the importance of sleep. Alcohol. That's not the only way in which alcohol can negatively impact your mental state, but I'll stick with sleep alone. It's very powerful. Especially if you're faced with any type of emotional disorder. And a lot of people are in an anxious state, depressed state. Levels of anger are high globally. There's a lot going on. You don't want to add fuel to the fire by consuming a lot of alcohol. You don't. you may want to also consider giving that a break as well. Now, this next one, I'm going to jumble a few things up. One in this bunch is artificial sweeteners, just basically processed foods. You want to avoid processed foods because processed foods have a negative effect on your mood. See, processed foods is known for increasing harmful bacteria in your gut, which plays a part on having a poor mood. It plays a part on anxiety, has negative effect, increases your levels of anxiety. Consider removing processed foods from your diet, and then they tend to be loaded with artificial sweeteners. You know what? If you're driving right now, do me a favor. Pull your vehicle over to the side of the road. If you're crossing the street, hurry and safely get across the street. If you're lifting or carrying something heavy, take a moment, put it down. I need you in a relaxed state. I need you to close your eyes. I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And then open them. Boom. You're brand new. You're brand new and you know it. And you now understand that health is wealth. The wealth is in you. It's not under your mattress, not in your purse, not in your pocket, not in your safe, not under the doghouse in the backyard, not in the wall, not in your sock in the closet, not in the bank. It's in you. It is in you. And if it means taking a break from alcohol, caffeine, processed foods, why not do it? Why not do it? Another category is fried foods. Ooh. Now, I know most of you already know this. Fried foods is one of the worst things to put in your body. Not to mention how it affects your mental health. Because fried foods has a propensity to lower your resilience to depression. Consuming fried foods on a regular, you're not only destroying your body, but you're increasing your risk of developing depression. So this is just something else you need to tuck inside of a plastic bag, and along with processed foods loaded with artificial sweeteners, alcohol, caffeine, and take a moment and think, is what I put inside of this bag, these 4 items, areas of concern, is it worth my mental health to pull them out and go back to ingesting them? Is it worth it? This is what you have to ask yourself. Because just take a break from it. Trust me, and later on when you consider going back on them, you're really going to question, is it worth it? Because you're going to notice a difference in the way you feel without it, without fried foods, without processed foods, without caffeine, without alcohol, as opposed to how you felt when you were on them. This is why tens of thousands contact Acupuncture is My Life every week, whether it's for Eastern nutrition coaching, acupuncture, acupressure, to discuss herbs and other things. It's about your health. You have to understand something. Acupuncture is my life. It's not a should I or maybe or would I. You have to make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?